Oh, okay, guys, let's get to it. This is -2. This is kind of the second topic that we're going to talk about. This is when we are actually just graphing these systems of equations and seeing where they cross, or if they cross, or if they're the same line. Okay, so explore it. Beth and Dante pass by the library as they walk home using separate straight paths. Modeled with math. Draw a line for Beth's path home and for Dante's path home. Well, we've got the library right here. We've got Dante's house. We got Beth's house. All right. So I'm gonna let's do this kind of pinky lavendery color for Dante. Just gonna do this right there. So that's his line right there, and Beth will do this gold line. Like so. So now we've got these two lines right here. Now we can actually write a system of equations that represents the paths taken by Beth and Dante. So let's see. Beth's house is gold. So I'm going to use my gold marker. So let's see. Her y-intercept is -2. And the slope is, let's see. So I got these 2 points on here. This and this one doesn't look like those are the actually 2 points we got. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over by 2 to get the slope right there. So up 5 and over 2. That's our slope. And I'm just going to put it into the equation. So y equals 5 half x minus 2, because the minus 2 is where it starts, or where it crosses the y-axis. Sorry. So that's Beth's line. And now Dante, we're going to do the same thing. Looks like it crosses at a +2 instead of a -2, but it looks like it actually goes up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2. So we've got these two lines right here. We can see that they have different slopes, so we know that they're going to cross once. So our solution is the library is basically where those two lines cross, which is where they passed by as they were on their way home. So that's kind of how you do it, guys. Kind of work backwards, I suppose, by drawing the line and then generating the equation. But that's really all it is, right? You get these two lines on the graph, you look where they cross, your solution is right there. So in this case, it would be 2, 3. Let me write that in a different color because that's Dante's color, not both of them together. Okay, so that's that right there. So that's the solution to that system of equations. I know it really doesn't make sense when you're talking about a word problem like this, but yeah, that's how it is. Okay. Lee's choosing a new cell phone plan. How can Lee use the graphs of a system of equations to determine when the phone plans cost the same? Which plan should Lee choose, and explain? The values that they had in the book were crazy. It would have been like virtually impossible to graph, especially with the graph they gave you. So I made it a lot easier. I know that is maybe not the best thing for rigor, but the graph they gave you was terrible. It was way too difficult. So for company A, they charge $1 per minute plus $15 for unlimited data. Company B charges $2 a minute plus $12 for unlimited data. So we're going to write a system of equations, right? So cost of minutes, right? It's going to be in the form of y equals mx plus b, right? That's what we want to get these in here to make it easy to graph, right? So we've got our y equals, we've got our x, we just got to fill in the m and the b. Now cost of minutes is $1 per minute. This is by 1 right there. We could just leave it as x if we wanted to. And then the cost for data for this one is 15. So we just add 15 onto that. Now for the second one, it's a cost of $2 a minute plus $12 for unlimited data. So we've got our two equations right here. Now we're going to graph them. Let's see, I'm going to do the one, the darker kind of bluey color first. So start at 15. So start here and count up to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's our y-intercept. And then we're going to go up 1 and over 1 because our slope is 1 over 1, right? And we'll just kind of give ourselves that right there. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's our first one right there. Our second one is 2x plus 12. So we find 12, right? 15, 14, 13, 12. We can just work backwards. We go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So we can see that they're going to cross at this point right here. which is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then 3, right? 1, 2, 3, because that's over 3, and then up 15, 16, 17, 18, right? So our solution is 3, 18. Basically, they cost the same if you spend 3 minutes, right? So if you spend 3 minutes, then each plan costs the same. So where do the lines cross? At 318. Okay. This is when the plans will cost the same amount. Which one should you choose, A or B? Honestly, it's probably better to choose A, even though they charge more for unlimited data, but they charge way less per minute. So this is going to get much faster, quicker, right? So if you talk more than 3 minutes, it's going to be better to choose B. Okay. Sorry, A. A costs less per minute over the long run. PER. Yeah, it costs less per minute. Well, I guess shoot, that doesn't really make that much sense. So over the long run, A is more. Wrong run. A is more cost effective. Sheesh, this is so long. Word problems are the worst, huh? Ugh. Okay, A costs less per minute. So over the long run, A is more cost effective. I mean, you can kindly see that these are ridiculous numbers for a cell phone plan, right? But again, the numbers that they gave us were insane. It was like 20 cents and then like 75 and then 25 cents and 70. And it was just like put together on a graph with like the different scales and stuff is real awkward. So, there you go. Okay, graph a system of equations with no solution. So we have y equals x minus 4. So we're just going to graph that one right out the gate. So start at -4 down here. Then you go up 1 over 1 because, right, your slope is 1 over 1. Okay. And I can kind of just go all the way across there. So that's our first one. Now for the second one, we're actually going to have to solve it, convert it to slope-intercept form. Excuse me. 2x minus 2y equals -2. So subtract that 2x, bring that x over to the right side. Cancels out. -2y equals -2x minus 2. Divide by -2 on both sides. Cancels. We end up with 1x, and we end up with +1 right there. Okay? Because -2 divided by -2. So now we graph this one. So we got a +1 right here, and go up 1 over 1. Right? And you can see that these lines are parallel, so there is no solution. Excuse me. No solution to this system of equations. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay. Graph a system of equations with infinite solutions. We're going to do the same thing. Start at 3, and I go up 1 over 2. So that's this one right here. Yeah, let's see here. Just like so. And then our second one, we're going to have to convert it from standard form into slope-intercept. So we're going to add 3x on both sides. Cancel. 6y equals 3x plus 18. Divide by 6. End up with y equals, let's see, 3/6 is 1/2. Okay. 3 divided by 6 is 1 over 2. And then 18 divided by 6 is 3. So we end up getting actually the same thing, y equals 1/2 x plus 3. So we're going to do that same thing, right? Start here, and then I'm just going to kind of like, right? That's the same thing, and I'm just going to show a different color on top of it to represent this one, right? So that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, guys, that's it, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm going to put it in my notebook on page 42. Just like so. So 42. 2, 5-2, solving systems by graphing. 43, 43. Right? Well, I'll double check that after I'm done. So 43, 5-2, solving systems by graphing. That's that right there. Hope you enjoyed my video.